This is my journey of and rebuilding what used to be a six-figure marketing agency and brand from zero. Unemployment. Yep, that's me, Ellie Talks Tech, Little Miss Entrepreneur, Baddie Extraordinaire, all things mindset, all things entrepreneurship, sitting at what she thought was the lowest of low. Boy, was she wrong. But before we get into that, let's even figure out how I got here. Let's catch up. It's been a while since I've seen you guys, and I am 2 days into being told that I'm fired. I got a corporate job last year being a marketing director for a financial firm, and they have been laying people off without warning, but I was getting great reviews and I got a raise, so I wasn't expecting this. And I'm literally in the middle of a transition to living in California and living at a resort while I look for a place to stay when I got the news. So this is my journey of unemployment and rebuilding what used to be a six-figure marketing agency and brand from zero, and all of the gear and creativity and strategy and things that I do along the way, because of course I live in a high-risk world. I bet on myself all of the time, and I want to enjoy this process even though it's hard and it's scary. There's no reason that I should be miserable or jump into another corporate job that I can't count on, that's going to suck out 80, 90 hours of my week with very little return or payoff. You know, this transition to unemployment and forcing myself into full-time content creator and entrepreneurship mode comes in the wake of the big beautiful bill passing in 2025. So if you're not watching this in July 2025, it's pretty scary for people who need benefits and assistance, because it was cut in a lot of states. But since I happen to be relocating to California, I have a better shot. And, you know, we get to live at a resort while we're doing it. I have a house on the other side of the country with all of my belongings. I accidentally ended up in California for 2 months, and I have to get back there at some point and get my stuff too. But yeah, this is that journey. So I guess this is my first week in the day of my life, and at the end of this vlog, it'll be my last day of employment. We'll probably be drinking and crying together. First things first, because my best friend doesn't believe in suffering, she treated me to a pedicure and a delicious meal, which was honestly much needed. Donuts for breakfast is very real. When you and I were forever wild, the crazy day. You know, it's like really hard to stay positive sometimes when you don't have a safety net. Like, I'm all the way out here on a limb, and then the rug is pulled out from underneath my feet. And I've started over so many times in my life, and it's always been from zero, and it's always been without a safety net. And like at 34, I think I'm wondering, do I have it in me again? Can I do this again? Does it actually work, or was I just crazy before? And I feel like, you know, working in corporate for even just a year really took its toll on my creativity, on my inspiration, on my belief and faith that I'm actually capable and have skills. And I was really starting to feel just like a fraud and an imposter, to be honest. And then I was laid off without warning. So yeah, it's hard sometimes to believe I can do this again, because it feels like I can't. But what choice do I have? I don't want to continue to have my life sucked away by a corporate job that demands 90 hours of my life and pays me barely anything. It's not worth it. So yeah, I started drinking a lot more Turkish coffee and joined a leadership cohort through a local church,
and just started working on my own ideas while I was wrapping up work for this corporation. I kept going to therapy and started talking to my therapist about what was going on. Spoiler alert, that was a big mistake. And I started playing piano again because that's like something that always brings me joy and makes me feel more connected to God.
As I'm like sitting here and planning on going back to full-time content creation and being a full-time entrepreneur and just sharing this journey, right? Whatever that looks like, and teaching other people how to succeed in their businesses because I have done it before. It feels like a promise in a way, like hope, because I get to do something I love and I'm passionate about again, and I'm doing it on my terms. But it feels so scary. There's never been more riding on me succeeding than there is right now. And my only option is to just hold on to whatever little, like, tiny shred of hope I might have some days that this could maybe work again, and just go with it and see what happens and believe that it can happen and trust God that it'll happen. And
so I started making a ton of content every single day and going live on TikTok, and found a fake pay pig that tried to get all my accounts shut down, and learned a lot and played in the pool and kept going.
I just think a lot of people don't often really dial into the struggle that is entrepreneurship, and trying again and trying again and trying again and needing something to work, and not even really having the opportunity to have something in the meantime that'll build the gap. Like, I was already planning on rebuilding my agency. I was just planning on doing it while I had a corporate salary. Dare a girl dream. And now I'm just out here. And I really have 2 weeks to start making money again. That's crazy and scary and feels really impossible. But we're going to do it because I don't have a choice.
Hey guys, it's Ellie from the future. If you want to see more of this journey and the direction that I decided to take my agency, please hit follow, subscribe, and share. I'm going to be sharing a lot about the tech stuff that I'm doing, as well as this journey of being laid off and rebuilding a business. So definitely hit subscribe and let me know what you think. And if you're going through this, I hope this series will give you some hope and encouragement too, because I just learned that the United States has the highest rate of people being unemployed and even homeless that it has in a very long time. So if it's you, you're not alone. And if it's us, we're in this together.